Hello. Hello. Hi everybody, hi Red Oro. Rex, hello, what's up? What's up with you? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, we're just gonna make an anime tier list. I popped in on one of Cody's streams like last week or something, and he was doing this tier list, and I was like, oh man, I'm getting all nostalgic about old anime. Because I feel like this list in particular has a lot of stuff like from around the time where I was watching a lot of anime. So we're just gonna hop into it. I don't know if I should change my BGM, because this song gets kind of old, but I don't know what to change it to. I don't know. I was too lazy to think of anything before the stream, so it's just gonna be like that, I think. Unless anybody has some suggestions to some, like, I don't know, like music box anime music or something. I don't know, man. Yeah, ikuzo. Ikuze. Let's go. Anime tier list. Okay, so I think the way I'm gonna do this is that if I've watched, like, any part of the show, I'll put it on the list. Although, obviously, if I only watched, like, 1 or 2 episodes, I probably didn't like it very much. UFC, hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah. But we're just gonna go through, like, every single one. Technically, this is supposed to be, like, an opening song tier list. That's why it has, like, duplicates for, like, second opening song. And then there's, like, a few all the way, like, at the bottom that I'll probably just have to skip down to. It really goes, like, through all the openings or something, doesn't it? I don't know, man. Whatever. We're just gonna roll with it. So yeah, I'm trying to start a war. Yeah, be warned, I will probably bash your favorite show at some point. I make no apologies. This is just my own dumb opinion. So anyways, I'm not gonna bother putting ones on here that I don't know, or if I haven't even watched like a single episode of it. Well, maybe. Anyways, I have no idea what this first one is. Looks like some sort of isekai magic fantasy thing. I don't know. Moving on. This one, I think it's called Dororo. I've seen like 1 episode, because I like went to like an anime club. I think this was in college, where they were just watching like the first episode of a bunch of different shows that were airing at the time. And I mean, it was pretty good. It wasn't really like my kind of thing, but like geez. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it like glitched out for a second. Openings are rarely bad. That's true. They usually, especially like in modern days, they put a lot of effort into anime openings because they know that gets some attention. Yeah, it'll tell you if I have good taste in anime. I think my taste is superb. I don't know what this is. I don't think I've like seen anything from this before. This is the Dumbbell anime. You know what? This gets like a B tier just for the song. I haven't seen a single episode of the anime, but Onegai Muscle is legendary, so it gets a place on my list. I've never seen this. This is what? Shield Hero something or other. I've heard the name, never seen it. Beastars is gonna go before this one. Beastars is okay. I haven't seen, I think there's like a new season that I haven't seen, but I've seen the first 2 seasons? I can't remember if I've seen the first one or the second one. But yeah, like it is pretty good. It's a little like over dramatic at some points, which I think like keeps it from being like higher on my list. It's just like, it's so intense. Everything's like constantly like life or death. I'm getting the crowbar ready. The show itself is C tier, then yeah, I don't know. It goes here just for Onegai Muscle. I'll move it down here, actually. I'll move it to C tier. That's probably where it goes. No idea what this is. Dr. Stone gets an A from me. I like Dr. Stone. I didn't think I was gonna like it because the I don't know, this like art style is really like shonen-y, you know, with like really whack proportions. But the actual content of the show, like first of all, it's funny as hell. Second of all, it's educational. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna retain most of the stuff, like the technical terms, but like, you know, like I learned some stuff from it, and it's very like presented in like an easy to digest way. And also just like good writing, good characters, good plot. It had me hooked just from beginning to finish, and I've read ahead in the manga, almost current, I think. Like I've been reading up with the current arc. That's some good shit. No idea what this is. No idea what that is. I don't know what this is. Saga. I feel like I've maybe heard the name, but I don't know. Iruma-kun. Okay. People are gonna be mad at me with this one. I've seen like the first 5 episodes, and I really didn't like it. None of like I think it's just a difference in like comedic styles, that just the jokes, none of them landed with me. And for a show that's supposed to be a comedy, like if the jokes don't land with me, then it's already down. It's already out. Big oof. But I know a lot of people like this, and one of my friends really likes it, so, you know, I'm not gonna bash it too hardly, but there you go. There's my thoughts. Middle, slightly bottom placement of A tier. Nice. Fire Force. I think I tried to watch the first episode, and I couldn't make it through the first episode, so that gets a D for me. I don't know, the main character didn't have anything going for him. None of the characters, when they were introduced, had any charming points to them as far as I could tell, like off the bat. And honestly, for me, it's mostly about the characters. Like, I don't care if your animation looks pretty. I don't care if you can scream at the top of your lungs. Like, if the characters aren't interesting to me, I'm out. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. What is this? That's not World God Only Knows, right? No. It's a kind of similar style. No. Never seen it. I don't even know what I'm looking at there. Let's see. There's a lot of these that I don't know. Okay, Kaguya-sama. Kaguya-sama gets a solid, does it get... No, it gets an A. It'll be sort of low on the A spectrum. Like, I'm not crazy about the show like some people are, but it's good. I've watched most of it. Well, like, I watched through season 1, and then I read a little bit ahead in the manga, and then I haven't seen the second season. Seton Academy. I have never heard of it. Let's see. Where's the next one that I know? There's surprisingly a lot that I don't know on here. Oh, what's this one called? It's like Pet Girlfriend? I don't know. I feel like maybe I watched an episode, maybe I didn't. I'm just gonna ignore it. Great Pretender, I watched like the first half of the first episode, and I just thought it was kind of weird and not funny, and none of the characters had any charming qualities to them, so I gave up. Oops. Have I seen Interspecies? I actually haven't seen Interspecies Reviewers. I've sort of been meaning to watch it. And yes, I know it's porn. What is this? ReZero? ReZero, it's like a C. I don't hate it. I watched like the first season-ish, I think, back when it first came out. And like some of it was pretty good, but eventually it gets into what I like to call like sad sack hours, where it's just like all sad, all bad, all the time for way too long, that I sort of lose interest. Like if you know the part where it's like he's, you know, I mean, obviously he's reliving a lot of traumatic events over and over again, because that's the plot of the show. But there's like that one, like the mansion and the snow, and that went on for so long, and I was like, it's like, if the tone doesn't have enough variation in it in a show, especially for like a drama, if it stays sad and depressing for too long, I lose interest. Yep. Anyways, Ahiru no Sora. So I checked this out because it's sports anime, and I like sports anime a lot. But it's not porn, it's on the edge of porn. Nice. Isn't there like an uncensored version and like a censored version maybe? I don't know. I feel like I've heard about that. But whatever. Yeah, Ahiru no Sora, it's okay. I mean, I watched a solid like 15 episodes or something. Maybe not quite that much. I don't remember. But like the plot is basically like this kid gets into like a school and like the basketball team or like the kid's really enthusiastic about basketball, but the basketball team at this school is run by delinquents and they don't actually care about playing basketball, and then he's like trying to like convince them of the spirit of sportsmanship and the love of the game. Which, you know, it's all well and good, and it's decently written, and there are a few interesting characters, but most of the characters just didn't have much personality besides, like, he's a delinquent, but secretly he's got a soft side and a heart of gold. But that was, like, this character description for every single character. So it's like, where's the variety? Like, why have any characters at all if they're all gonna be the same person? What is it? Is this Natsume Yujin? Yeah, this is Natsume Yujin show. That again says like a good B. Like a good, solid. I'll put that above B stars. Good. Above, I said above B stars. There we go. I watched this quite a bit back in like my early Crunchyroll era anime watching days. And it was pretty good. Like it was lacking a certain, I don't know, drive to it. Like it's sort of a directionless kind of show, you know, sort of episodic with like, you know, like a new what were they called, like spirit or whatever shows up and wants to get their name out of the book or whatever motives they have, and then, you know, he has to try to figure out how to deal with that. But eventually it just gets kind of old, but it was still pretty fun. I don't remember a lot from it, but I remember enjoying it, so it goes there. I have not actually watched like any of Evangelion, so I'm not gonna even put that on my list. I've seen a few clips, but that's about it. Jujutsu Kaisen, huh? Jujutsu Kaisen. It's probably gonna get a B from me. I don't like it very much, but it's alright. It's entertaining, and that's all you can ask for, really, right? Again, this is one of those ones where, like, I feel like a lot of modern shonen, they get too deep into the plot too soon. Like, they up the stakes, like, way early on, instead of building up to it, you know? And it sort of is at the cost of a lot of, like, character development and, like, more, like, emotional moments or just like, you know, characters bonding, because like just watching through the show, like none of the characters really have a bond with each other, like at all. Like they try to make it out, like they try to make it seem like they do, but like when you get down to it, it's like, what, they went on a shopping trip once together and now they're best friends who would die for each other in a heartbeat. And it's like, I don't know if that's quite how it works. Maybe for some people, but like, I don't know. Jujutsu Kaisen's alright. I mostly just watch it with my roommates. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't watch it. What else do we got? I still haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho. I tried watching like the first episode a long time ago, but oh well. What is this? Is this Fate? Or no? I can't tell. I don't know. I'll ignore it. Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill goes pretty high up here. Kill la Kill's gonna go, you know what, it's gonna go way at the top of A. I don't think I need to explain myself on that one. It's Kill la Kill. No Game No Life is gonna go pretty high up here. Yeah, it's gonna go pretty high up here. Crunchyroll era. We all know we go from YouTube to Kiss Anime. Yeah, I mean, I watched stuff on Crunchyroll for a while. But if I couldn't find something on Crunchyroll, you know. Yeah, No Game No Life. The only issue is that they've never continued it. Ha 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 ha. But like, you know, it was pretty good comedy, pretty good plot, pretty good characters. I just wish that there was more. Weren't they gonna like make a movie or something? I don't know. I don't keep up with things. Ghost Stories. I haven't seen Ghost Stories, neither the original or the dub, but I know that I've seen memes from the dub. That's all I know about it. What else do we got? Naruto. Okay, Naruto gets like a low B for me. Mostly because I haven't watched past like the first few arcs. But I went through a pretty big Naruto phase when I was in like 5th grade. Yeah, I was super into Naruto, and I do think that like the first few arcs are really, really good. And then it just sort of like loses its way, and it's just the Sasuke show. Anyways, but yeah, Naruto does hold a special place in my heart for a little bit. Fairy Tail, hell yeah, Fairy Tail's going an S. There it is. No Game No Life fans still waiting. Laughs in pain. Yeah. No Game No Life, Hunter x Hunter. Why are so many of my favorite shows forever on hiatus? Oh, goodness. What else do we got? I haven't seen any of these. Oh, the 1999? I have not seen the 1999. I'm pretty sure the 2011 is also on here, so I'll hold off on placing Hunter x Hunter for now. This is Higurashi. Oh, you know what? I actually haven't seen much of the anime, but I've read the manga. Like, I read, like, at least half of the arcs. I never finished it, though. But Higurashi gets pretty high up there for me. I like me some good horror, especially, like, psychological horror. There are a lot of moments from the manga that I still think about to this day where I'm like, oh, God, it's so creepy and so perfectly, like, unsettling. It's real good. Ernie Gamer, hello. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, I appreciate the Fairy Tail and S tier, exactly. Oh, Nico, hello. Pip ran around with the ninja headband in school. I absolutely did. You know I did. I had like, I bought like a magazine thingy that had like a bunch of, like how to do the Naruto hand symbols, and I would bring that to school and I would teach all my friends how to do the Naruto hand symbols, and I would just go around like doing different jutsu. Good times. Higurashi is good. It is good. Where was I? I don't think I've seen anything else on this row. Yeah. Let's get Angel Beats. Angel Beats gets like a high B from me. Go in there. High B. I watched just the whole thing way back in the day, and I think it's really good up until the end. Like one thing, for one, it's really short. So even though there's a lot of good things, a lot of good plot, a lot of good characters and all their backstories, and then it just sort of is cut short. Or like, I don't know. I guess it kind of has a good length. I just didn't like the ending very much. I didn't like how they just sort of like threw in a romance plot at the end. It was like, eh. So that kind of soured it for me, but I do like Angel Beats. It's very iconic. Toradora. Toradora gets like a here. Maybe here. Yeah, it's pretty high up there. Just, you know, a really classic, good romance, drama, comedy. It's good. It's solid. The only anime you've watched are Pokemon and Death Note. Well, it's not too late to start. You can take all my suggestions because my opinions are fact. Kidding. But these are, you know, if I were to give suggestions, we'll see at the end what's in my S tier. Okay, here we go. Black Butler, S tier. Is it above or below Fairy Tail? S tier. Listen, the Black Butler fandom scares me, but the show itself, real good, pretty good. The only issue is that, you know, of course, the second half of the first season, was it? That was all filler, but then they, like, fixed it in the manga, and then they started to go back to the original plot in the next season. I don't know. But, like, if you just watch, like, the first half of the first season and then the different, like, Book of Circus, Book of Murder, and Book of... Wait, what was it? Book of Atlantic? They're just good. Solid. X tier Pokemon goes there. Toradora is D tier? I guess. Where else do we got here? I've not seen, you know, there's a few of these that I've heard of, but I haven't really seen. This is Usagi Drop, isn't it? I heard that it gets creepy later on, so I stopped watching it. Like in the manga, it gets creepy. Like there's a romance plot between this dude and the girl that he, like, basically adopted or whatever. I don't know. It's gross. Gross. Fate Stay Night, I'm gonna make people mad. Trash. I'll put it a little higher. There you go. Trash. Jujutsu Kaisen is in B tier. It is. I don't like it very much. Hi, Terrence. Saw the first and second season of Black Brother. It's pretty good. I like it. Oh, it's alright. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Anyways, I don't like Fate Stay Night very much. I watched Fate Zero first, and then I tried to watch Fate Stay Night, and again, like I said, action doesn't impress me. Animation doesn't impress me. Like, if it's not used to good effect, you know? If the whole draw of your anime is, we have pretty fight scenes, I don't care. If you don't have interesting characters and plot and comedy, I don't care. Like, I couldn't make it through, like, more than one episode. I was on this row. Danshiko's Daily Life of High School Boys gets pretty high up here. I'll put it, like, here. Like, in general, the comedy, pretty good. Once in a while, it's sort of hit or miss, but, like, overall, pretty good. Only reason it's not S tier is because while I do enjoy comedies, but I usually go for things that have a bit more plot. And especially, like, one thing that drives me nuts is, like, a comedy that, like, hints at romance and then never actually does the romance. That drives me insane. You vouch for Unlimited Blade Works. No, I tried, the one that I tried watching was Unlimited Blade Works. I've tried watching both the original Fate Stay Night and Unlimited Blade Works, and I didn't like either of them. Yum 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 yum. Alright, where were we? Are we up to Hunter x Hunter? Oh wait, first of all, what's this called again? What's this called? Haganai? We don't have friends. Watashi wa tomodachi ga nai. Tomodachi ga sukunai. That's it. Tomodachi ga sukunai. This goes pretty high up. I used to love this show. I don't remember anything about it now, but I enjoyed it. That's all I remember about it. And I had a friend that I would talk about it with. So it has a special place in my heart. Alright, Hunter x Hunter, get up there. Go. Higher. There we go. Where it belongs. Alright, we're on this row, I think. Oh, Mirai Nikki? Mirai Nikki! It goes like low B tier. I couldn't get through the end of it, but I watched like a good 10 episodes or something, and it was alright. I mean, I think the concept of, you know, what's her name? The yandere girl. She's fun. She's a fun character. And it's an interesting concept. But some parts of it kind of fall flat. Yum yum yum. Yes, I agree. My Mirai Nikki is meh. Alright, where are we? Yes, to each their own. Like I said, this is all just my opinion. Don't take it too seriously. What is this? Kokoro Connect? I don't know. I remember watching this, and I remember decently liking it, so it'll go like here. I don't remember any of the characters or the plot, but I remember watching it, and I remember liking it. So there you go. Hunter x Hunter doesn't even need an explanation. It just belongs up there. Exactly. I've already talked about Hunter x Hunter a lot on my channel. It's just top tier. Oh, Bimbo. They have Bimbo Gamiga on here? This was pretty good. This one gets like here. Again, this is one that I watched a long time ago, so there's a lot I don't remember, but I remember that it had the comedy, and that's all I need. It's good. It's just a
weird comedy about the god of misfortune haunting like this, well, I guess not really haunting, but like she's bringing misfortune to this like asshole rich girl to try to make her more humble and whatnot. It's just a really fun concept, and it was fun. We're somewhere around here, right? Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online goes like with ReZero. Yeah. I like a lot of people, I think, enjoyed the first 13 episodes, and then it got gross and bad after that. And then I've heard that some of the other spin-offs and like other seasons have been better, but I haven't really watched any of them. So yeah, that's where Sword Art Online goes. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Alright. No, it goes... Yeah. Listen, I've seen most of JoJo. I didn't finish part 5. But other than that, I think I've seen just about everything that's been animated so far of JoJo. And like, hey, it's alright. I enjoy the memes, but like, there are a few parts. Like, I think part 2 is a genuinely good story. And there are parts in like part 4 that I like genuinely enjoyed, but like for the most part it's just sort of like turn your brain off and like watch the silly boys do dumb shit. Orisura nyum nyum nyum. I don't know what that is. So yeah, fight me about JoJo. I just watch it for the memes. That's it. Maggie goes in S tier. I'll put it like right there. S tier. If you haven't seen Maggie, go watch it. Go watch it and then scream with me about it. Because like, first of all, I don't even know, where do I start? Where do you start with this? Dislike, unsub, and I'll leave a mean comment. Yeah, that'll show you. Do it. I dare you. No, don't do it. Please don't do it. Yeah, so Magi is, I'd say my favorite thing about it is the political aspects. Like, I don't usually, like, I don't know, shows that are sort of advertised as, like, a political drama can be really sort of, like, technical and, like, wordy. But Magi manages to, like, it's a political drama disguised as, like, a cute adventure shonen. And, like, the first of all, characters, 10 out of 10. Every single character has their own unique personality, their own unique characteristics, their own unique motives and goals, and they all change over time, and the conflicts that they encounter with each other reflect, you know, their own motives and morals, and it's just, it's a masterpiece. It's so good. Only problem is that the manga sort of came to not really an abrupt end, but I think that it got like canceled before its time, so the author had to sort of rush to like squish all the plot into like a condensed form, and so it didn't really make a lot of sense, but whatever, it's fine. But everything before that is god tier. One of my favorites. Also, like, the character designs are so... I could rave about Magi for so long. Is it finally time? There it is! World God Only Knows also goes up here. If you're looking for, like, a rom-com, sort of with a slice, with a side of some fantasy, that's, oh, so good. Raging, hello, welcome to the stream. Part 2 and 4 were my fave. Part 5 kind of ruined my interest in JoJo. Yeah, I don't know, it's alright. I don't take JoJo too seriously, because I don't think it's the kind of thing that's meant to be taken seriously. But yeah, The World God Only Knows, so good. Like, the only issue with the anime, especially, is that they cut out a lot from the manga, because they animated the first 2 seasons, right? And then they wanted to do the goddesses arc, but there's like a whole like mini arc in between those arcs, and they just sort of like erased it from the anime and put in like a short montage of what happened. They're like, okay, this is what happened, blah blah blah, even though it was supposed to introduce a lot of important characters. Oh god, your phone's about to die. Oof. Alright, I'll see you later. But yeah, World God Only Knows is top tier. I own the entire thing on DVD. Psychopaths. Psychopaths was pretty good. I don't remember most of the stuff about it, but I remember being pretty well entertained. I think it'll go like here. Yeah. I think they made like a second season or like a spin-off, but I haven't seen it. But I remember it being good, so that's where it goes. Yeah, I've seen like one episode of this, but I'm not gonna count it because I don't even remember what was in it. I haven't seen Chunibyo or whatever that is. I don't know. Attack on Titan! I'll put pretty high up here. Actually, well, maybe it'll be like there. Like, I enjoyed Attack on Titan, like, especially back when the hype was really big in, like, 2013 or 14. I haven't watched or read the whole thing, but, like, it's another one of those shows that sort of falls into the, like, sad sack category, where it's just depressing all the time, and there's not really any glimmer of hope, and if there is, it's not for very long, so you sort of lose sight of what you're fighting for anyways, but just by notion of it being Attack on Titan and being so iconic, it gets a pretty high place on my list. K? I remember I watched K. I watched like the whole season or whatever, but I don't remember anything about it, so it's gonna get like a C. I don't know. You go like there. Yeah. This was just from the era where I would watch anything, and I had no standards, so I would just be like, wow, this is good. It's anime. I love anime. Devil's a Part-Timer. This is pretty good. It's gonna get an A from me. Yeah, around here. Just good, solid comedy. Some interesting characters, some interesting plot points or whatever, but it's mostly about the comedy. Code Geass. Code Geass. It's gonna get around here. Like, I enjoyed it a little bit, but not enough to finish it, and then, once again, it falls into the category of sad sack hours, where it just is really depressing, and then I lose interest. Oh, and then we get one of my faves, Baka and Test. That's gonna go like here. It gets an S. It gets an S. I think I own some of it on DVD. I don't know where those are though, but I think I do. You still watch anything and still don't read the description, so you end up watching some of the worst shows imaginable. Couldn't be me. Like, I used to watch anything, but I don't know. In recent years, I've gotten so picky. I'm so picky that I can't find anything to watch anymore. It's a problem. Alright, what do we got? What's this called? This is the one with that girl where she's like, 気になります. Hyoka, right? Hyoka? That's what this is. It's alright. I watched a little bit of it. Goes like here. Yeah. I don't know. It didn't have enough going for it to really keep me interested, but it had some like sort of interesting like slice of life school mystery kind of stuff, but it didn't seem to be going anywhere. Maybe I just didn't stick with it long enough, but if it didn't keep my interest enough to finish it, then it goes somewhere down here, probably. With some exceptions, but Gurren Lagann goes pretty much up here. Yeah, it's one of those iconic anime that you know, it's a good watch. And that's really all there is to say about it. Like, I think they could have done a bit more with some of the characters, like Viral, and like they could have done more with certain plot threads that they sort of left hanging. But overall, really iconic. You know, the designs and the soundtrack and the songs. It's all just really nostalgic and just really cool. Good stuff. Yum, 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 yum. How you ended up watching Boku no Pico. Oh no, you didn't know. Oh no. Oh no. I pray for your soul. Oh, Dangly Rampa. Took me a second to realize what that was. Dangly Rampa, I mean, the anime gets like a good B. A solid B. Top of the Bs. The games get like S tier. Where was I? I don't even know where I was. I think I was in this row. Watamote. Watamote is... I watched it all the way through, and it made me really depressed. It's like, it's one of those shows where I'm like, good job, I am now depressed. Like, in a way that isn't the same way as, like, Sad Sack Hours, where it's just sad all the time, although it is sort of like that. But the thing that Watamote does is that they give you false hope, and then they take it all away. And then because I'm someone who can kind of relate to the main character, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna end up like that. And it gave me several existential crises, but good show. I don't know if I would recommend watching it, though. Anyways, moving on. Golden Time is meh. Golden Time gets a meh tier from me. I watched like the first, I don't know, 10 episodes or something, and it wasn't interesting. That's all I have to say about it. Sort of a slice of life rom-com in college, but I didn't find the characters to be particularly interesting or charming, so that's where it goes. Oh, what else do we got here? I feel like I maybe watched like an episode or two of this, but I don't remember, so I'm gonna ignore it. Madoka Magica. Madoka Magica is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll put it a little higher. Yeah, I think it goes around there. Like, I'm not crazy about it, just because I feel like the characters in some aspects are a little lacking, and sometimes I think that they go too much for like the shock value versus like, I don't know, like character development. But like overall, it's just a really solid show, and it's really like unique. It's got a unique art style. It's got a unique sound, and you know, like it sort of started off the boom of like dark magical girl anime, which you know, it deserves a high place in the ranks. Ping Pong, again, I'm a big sports anime enjoyer, but Ping Pong didn't keep my attention. Probably goes somewhere around here, I think. I only watched like the first 3 episodes, and it was just like, I don't know. There's not really a lot of like characters being just like normal people. It's all just like really intense, and like there's not really like any comedy. It's just so intense with no break. I'm like, eh. If you can't endear me to the characters through comedy or some other means, then I lose interest. Tokyo Ghoul gets like a here. Yeah. I tried watching it once upon a time, and it like immediately falls under Sad Sack Hours, where everything's just bad all the time, and I don't care about what happens to any of the characters because they're just sad and angsty all the time. I'm like they could all just die immediately and I wouldn't care, so I don't care about what's happening in the plot. You have a rule to always finish an anime if you start it. That's quite the dedication. I couldn't do it. So you watched all 3 of them, and then years later found out there was a 4th of which one? Of what? 3 of which? 3 of who? Seven Deadly Sins. This is a pretty good anime. It's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. I'll put it maybe here. Yeah, like a high B. It didn't really stand out to me. It's just like, yeah, that's a decent shonen with some decent characters. It's decent. It's a decent show, so it goes in the decent category. 4 Boku no Picos. I didn't even know that. Nozaki-kun. Nozaki-kun goes pretty high up. I think I'll put it probably above these. Somewhere around here, I think. Yeah. It's pretty good. Again, it sort of falls into that category of like rom-coms, but with a focus on comedy, where it's like pretty much like the romance is never gonna happen and it'll constantly keep being hinted at forever and ever till the end of time. But it's still pretty good. One complaint I have with this show, though, is that a lot of the character designs look too similar to each other. Like, is that just me? Like, there's like two types of boy face, and like one type of like the red-haired guy and the blue-haired person. Like, they look so similar. I get them confused sometimes, just because I can't remember which one's red and which one's blue, and which, like, whose character quirk is. I don't know. Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April. It's gonna go like. Yeah, low B. I watched the first like 10 or something episodes, but then it started being obvious about like where the plot was going, and it's like, I don't want to. I like. There's a difference between like good, like tragedy writing, and then just being like really heavy-handed about it. And I wasn't into it. I was just like, if this whole thing, if the plot and everything that the characters do is just gonna be about this whole like tragic stuff happening, and also just like the, you know, competitions, and I don't actually get to know anything about the characters themselves and like anything about them outside of their ambitions. It's just like, take it or leave it. Here's the other Fate Stay Night. It goes right with the other one. Yep. There it goes. I already talked about it. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore and make more people mad. This one's, I don't remember, my Love Comedy or whatever it's called. It is pretty good. I didn't finish it, but it was pretty good. So it gets like a B. Yeah. I only watched like a couple of episodes, but I like the concept. It's cute. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? I only watched like 2 episodes of this, but I think that the opening song is really cute. Like, I like the scene where they're brushing their teeth together. It's really cute. So it goes like here. It gets a place on my list, which is more than I can say for a lot of these. Ooh, we're getting into some fun things right here. Death Parade is pretty high up here, I think. It was a solid show. I think that they could have done a lot more with it. But for what it was, for just like I think it was just a 1 course, like just 13 episodes. But like for what they did, for what it was really good. You know, it definitely had sort of like the shock factor in the first episode where you're trying to figure out like what the deal is, like what's going on. And you know, I like me some good psychological horror and stuff, so it's pretty good. Durarara. This is going probably about here, like low on my S tiers. I'd say Durarara, the original series, the original season was like 10 out of 10. Amazing. Just has everything that you want in a show, period. And it also just presents everything in a really unique way, you know, going through different characters' perspectives and learning what happened in like learning the truth behind what happened in a really roundabout way, from piecing things together from different perspectives. That's such a fun way to present a story. It's good. But then I kind of lost interest in like the second season, because I just felt like they didn't know what they were doing with the plot anymore. Yep. Okay, where were we? I don't think we were down that far. Ah, yes, Oran. Oran gets a pretty high ranking from me. Yeah. Yeah, it goes pretty high up there. Listen, if you don't like Goron, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's solid from start to finish, and it has a finish, but they just haven't animated the finish. And I'm like, when are they going to animate the rest of the anime? They could do it anytime. It's insanely popular, especially overseas. Why don't they do it? Why don't they do it? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyways, ooh, Shokugeki. Shokugeki I enjoyed quite a bit. I think it's gonna go above those, above that. Yeah. Yeah. Somewhere around here. Yeah, I enjoyed Shokugeki no Somo. You know, once you can get past the ridiculous overreactions and the ecchi stuff, it's really good. It's a fun show, and it's got some fun characters, and yeah, it's just really fun to watch, but not fun enough to watch that it kept my attention to finish it, but that's just because I'm fickle. Steins Gate. This is gonna go pretty high. This is gonna go pretty. Does it go in? Does Steins Gate go in? Okay, so if we're also including the game, it goes in S. Yeah, that feels right. Yeah, the foodgasm. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, Steins Gate gets an S for me. It's the characters are so endearing, and like it has enough variation in the whatchamacallit, in the tone, that it keeps from being too depressing from too long. Like it switches it up really well between the comedy and the more wholesome moments, that you really know what you're fighting. Like, you know what Okradin is fighting for, and you want him to succeed, you know? We're not including the game? I don't think I've actually watched the anime just on its own. I've only seen... Well, that's true. I didn't include the game for Danganronpa. It's still gonna go up there for me, I think. Well, maybe it'll go, like, here then. Yeah. If we're not including the game, it'll go there. That's fine. I still really like it. Fate Zero. Fate Zero gets way up here. Where does it go? Where does it go? Where does Fate Zero go? Fate Zero goes, like, here, I think. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't have as special a place in my heart as Fairy Tail, but, like, yeah. Fate Zero is just good. It's just good. It's solid. I don't need to explain it. If you've seen Fate Zero, you know that it's good. Oh, where were we? I think we were around here. Gintama, I've seen a little bit of, and it's gonna go, like, at the top of my D tier. No, you know what? It'll go, like, here. The thing is with Gintama, once in a while there's a joke that really makes me laugh, but it's, like, 50-50, or maybe, like, 40%, 60%, where just, like, some of it, like I said, I'm picky with my comedy, so it's really hit or miss, and when it's that hit or miss, it's like, what's the point of watching it anymore? If it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy each episode. So I just stopped. I have not seen Parasite. I've seen, like, a few clips, and I've heard a lot about it, but I've actually not watched it. I've sort of meant to, but I just never did. Wait, where was I? Where are we? Wait, why are there two Awarding the Seraphs? I'll just do this one then. Awarding the Seraph was very meh. Incredibly meh, but I watched a good bit of it, so it goes fairly high in the C tier, in the meh tier. Yeah, it'll go about there. It's just meh. None of it's particularly interesting, but it has enough going with the plot for you to be like, I wonder what's gonna happen next. But not enough that I kept watching it. That's it. I don't know what those are. What is the... Oh, Panty and Stocking I have not seen. What is this, major second? Is this major or major second? I can't tell. I'll wait until I see it later on in the list, because I've seen major second, and it was meh. I doubt they even have like my favorite anime on here, but whatever. I've never seen Umaru, but I had a friend who was into it, but I've never seen it. Blue Exorcist is okay. Whoops, where did it go? There it is. It'll go probably like here. Around here, yeah. Like, I enjoyed it a little bit, but I don't know, the plot seemed sort of directionless, so I lost interest. That's just how I've been saying about, like, every anime. I lost interest. That's how I am. Whoops. Where was I? This row, I think. Okay, finish that row. I've never seen the Monogatari series. School Rumble. It's gonna go pretty high, I think. It's gonna go around here, right next to Devil's a Part-Timer. Again, this is a really good comedy. Some interesting characters. It's just got that thing that I mentioned with rom-coms where the romance is destined to be teased but never happen, and it frustrates me to no end. But it's good. I haven't seen another. I tried watching like one episode of Pandora Hearts and I couldn't make it through like the first episode. Kotora-san goes pretty high up here. Yeah, maybe about here. It had a really strong start, even though, you know, the first episode is super depressing. But it was a pretty solid comedy, and I think the romance actually did happen, if I remember. I don't remember. But it gets a pretty good score in my book. Are we at... Where are we? I definitely didn't... Nisekoi is frustrating. Wait. Is this Kaicho a Maid-sama? No. What is this one? Is it? I can't tell. Somebody tell me if that's Kaicho o Maid-sama, because if it is, that goes really high. But I don't think that's what that is. I don't think that's what that says. Nisekoi is annoying. But I did watch a good bit of it. So it goes like here. It's just so, like, the characters are charming and the comedy is decent, but it's just like every time you think that they're finally gonna progress the plot, they just throw in another character who's like, oh, actually, I'm the mysterious childhood friend with the key and the thing and the blah and the who. And it's like there's just too much going on and it just keeps getting more complicated, and I'm like, ugh, somebody do something already. And stop with the dramatic, like 5-minute long scene about trying to put a key in a lock and then inevitably getting cock blocked. It's ugh. Oh no, Exorcist is better than Seven Deadly Sins. To be fair, I haven't really seen like the second season of Oh no, Exorcist. But yeah, where did I even put Seven Deadly Sins? Yeah, I stand by that. I stand by that. Where were we? I've watched a little bit of Nichijou, and I gotta say, again, comedy, really hit or miss for me. I'm not gonna put it on my list, though. Ansatsu Kyoshitsu gets a pretty high score from me. It's gonna go probably at the top of A. I don't think it's quite enough to push it into S, but it's up there. I think the only thing it keeps it from being an S is that I don't think a lot of the characters are particularly memorable, aside from like the main three, and of course Koro Sensei and the teachers. Like, aside from those characters, I don't remember like I don't remember like any of the other characters' names or anything besides like one character trait. It's like there's the poor guy, there's the bully guy, there's the angsty other tentacle kid, there's the VTuber, there's the... I need to watch season 3. I don't think I've seen season 3 of Seven Deadly Sins. I think I watched season 2 though. But I'd say Seven Deadly Sins definitely, in terms of like characters and their own like memorability, gives it that place, I think. But like the story of Assassination Classroom is really good. Very emotionally touching. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Where were we? I don't know where we were. I think we were around here, right? Yeah. Haruhi Suzumiya. It's been a long time since I watched this. But I remember feeling very meh about it. And especially because of the, what was it? The repeating week or whatever. The, like, 7 times where it was just the same episode over and over again with like tiny minute differences that didn't even matter in the end, but then I wanted to know what those differences were just in case something did change, so I watched every single episode and then was incredibly bored the entire time and then started to hate the show because of it. Yeah. Where does it go? I think maybe just for the fact that it is pretty iconic, it'll go a little higher than some of these. And the fact that I did watch the whole thing, even though it was a while ago and I don't remember anything from it, it goes at the beginning of meh tier. Parasite is good, even if it's one of those shows where it's depressing 90% of the time. I'll have to judge that for myself, because if it's depressing like 90% of the time, chances are I won't like it. But I might give it a shot eventually. One Punch Man. One Punch. Aside from the first episode and the opening song, I don't like One Punch Man very much. It's gonna go like here. Like, I know the whole point of it, you know, that it's supposed to be sort of a parody of shonens, but then it just becomes a shonen. And like, Saitama's not that interesting of a character after, like, the first episode. I don't know. Like, Genos is much more interesting. But then all of, like, the side characters that they keep throwing in, I also didn't find very interesting. So yeah, I'm so sorry, everyone who loves One Punch Man. Mob Psycho is way better. Red, what are you doing with that gun? Red, no. Where was I? Wah. Pandora Hearts. I watched like one episode. Can I tried to watch and it was so boring. Well, that's also partially just because I don't really like moe shows, but anyways. And there's a Wari Nusura for a second time for some reason. I don't know. Noragami goes pretty high. I think maybe around here. Yeah, that sounds right. I enjoyed it. And I like that, you know, it actually has a romance that goes somewhere, I think. Did it ever end? I'm assuming it ended. I don't think I actually read all the way to the manga, to the end of the manga, but I enjoyed it while I watched it. And the characters are still very dear to me. It had some good comedy, some good plot. Very solid show. I feel like in the end it's just gonna be like the only ones that I've actually read or watched all the way through are the ones in S tier. And not even that. I haven't even finished Durarara. I'm a menace. This is why you shouldn't trust any of my opinions. Konosuba also goes pretty high up there. Yeah, in terms of comedy, it's good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's also just really iconic. Lots of good memeage has been born from it, which I appreciate. Where are we? Every time I lose my place. I think we're here, yeah? Boku dake ga inai machi, also known as Erased, was meh. Meh tier. I think it goes around here. It had a really promising start, and I think I was watching it either as it came out or right after the season had ended. And it just sort of goes steadily downhill. It's a very Explains why Toradora is so high and why my tastes are questionable. You mad. You mad that my taste is top tier quality content. Anyway, I don't even remember what show I was talking about. It's probably not important. Let's go for Soul Eater. Soul Eater gets pretty high up here. Do I like it more than Black Baller? Do I like it more than Fate Zero? I think I like it more than Fate Zero. I think. Yeah, that's where it goes. Soul Eater is just a good time. Like, it had the perfect balance of, like, action and drama and just, like, silly character moments and, like, you know, a few episodes in between of things that don't necessarily advance the plot, but, you know, like, help characters unlock a new ability or work on their relationships between each other. It's just, the pacing of it is, like, ideal to what kind of anime that I like. Soul Eater I also have on DVD, or at least I did at some point, but I think I lent it to a friend and never got it back. But I still like Soul Eater. Kizunaiver, I watched it, and it wasn't particularly memorable. Again, it's one of those ones that had sort of a promising first episode, and it just sort of plateaued. Like, I wouldn't say that it even went downhill, necessarily. It just sort of plateaued, and then it was just like, you know, I finished watching it, and I'm like, alright, that was the thing that I watched. Yeah, I think it'll go back here. Like, yep, that's the thing I watched, and it was alright. And now I'm done. Now I'm done talking about it. Hero Academia. I like it more than Seven Deadly Sins. Do I like it more than Angel Beats and the... You know what? Yeah, it's gonna go... No, actually, it'll go higher than these. It'll go... Do I like it more than Attack on Titan? I think I do. Yeah, it goes there. Soul Eater was good until the ending. I don't know if you're talking about the ending of the anime or the ending of the manga. I don't know. I don't think I ever had any issue with it. I don't remember the ending being particularly bad. What did I even just put here? Oh yeah, Boku no Hero. It's all right. It started out pretty good. I liked the tournament arc especially, and then so many of the characters just fade into the background and stop having personalities, and then they keep introducing new characters every single arc instead of expanding on the characters that they already have that people already like and want to see more of, and then they're like, nah, how about these new characters that have, whoa, quirky personalities, and even each one's weirder than the last. And I'm like, I don't care. That's how I feel about Hero Aka. But it's still fun, and I'll probably maybe watch it eventually sometime, like the rest of it. Corpse Party. Okay, since we're not including game content, it's gonna go like... it's gonna go like... It's gonna go like here. Yeah. I like Corpse Party. I especially like the first game. Everything after the first game, from what I've seen, I watched some playthrough of like the spin-offs, and none of them were very good, and they were all a little uncomfortable, and like not in the good way, not in the way that horror is supposed to be, but just like really gross and creepy and like pedophilic. It's just bleh. They give Tokiyami some screen time because he don't care about anyone else except maybe Kaminari. My biggest pet peeve with Hero Aka is what they did to Uraraka, because they gave her like the start of a character arc in the tournament, and I was like, yeah, Uraraka is going to be an interesting and important character in this series, and then she pretty much only ever talks about her crush on Deku and thinks about Deku and can't do anything on her own anymore, and just is there to be on the sidelines being fangirling over Deku, and that's it. And I was like, okay, well, there goes my hopes and my dreams for an interesting female character in a shonen. Big sad. Oh, where was I? What's this one called? Bungo, Stray Dogs. I don't like this show. I don't like this show. It's gonna go like maybe. No. Yeah, it goes here. No, I don't like. It goes here. I just hate that the whole concept behind one of the characters is that he's obsessed with suicide or something, or like he's obsessed with like quirky ways to commit suicide. Like I don't understand his character quirk, or like I don't know. I know a lot of people like Bungo Stray Dogs. I'm sure there are some good things about it, but I just gave up on it after like episode 2 because I'm like, this is stupid. These characters are stupid. I don't want to watch anymore, so I didn't. Why is ReZero on here again? I don't know. I'm gonna ignore it. I think I maybe watched this one, but it was so forgettable that I don't even remember any of the characters' names or what they are like. Do you guys feel like there's like this like genre of anime that's about a group of 5 friends, like 5 or 6 friends who are like childhood friends, but then they grow apart, but then they like come back together or something and like have to learn to overcome their differences, united by a common force, and rekindle their friendship or something. I hate those. Not because they're necessarily inherently bad, but I just think, I don't know, when the plot is so simple like that, where it's like they're gonna meet and they're gonna overcome their difficulties and become friends again. It's like, okay, well, I already know what's gonna happen, so why should I watch it? And also, all of the characters tend to fall into like the same stereotypes. It's like you've got like the stoic loner main character boy, and then you've got like the cheery nice girl, and then you've got like either the like shy like loner girl who's a little cold, or she's like a gyaru where she's like super popular and kind of a bitch, but then it's like, oh, it turns out she's not a bitch, even though she's done all these bitchy things. And then there's always like the like chubby friend who's there for comedic relief until he isn't. And then they're like, oh my gosh, you thought that he was comedic relief, but he's actually an interesting character. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. These are all the same 5 characters. Like, I could probably find like 5 examples of this kind of show where, they're the same character tropes, and it's the same plot of like healing friendships from days of old. I don't care. Shut up. Psyche K goes way god tier. Way god tier. I'll put it like... I'll put it like there. Yeah. Psyche Kusuo is the pinnacle of comedy. You can't change my mind. They're like... You know how like some shows I've said are hit or miss with the comedy, and that's how I feel about most comedy shows. Like there'll be moments where I think it's funny and moments where I don't. Psyche K is consistently funny to me. Like, for most of the episodes, was like, my stomach hurt from laughing by the end of it. Guy collapses building while watching anime. Eh? Who does what? But, hello, Slimy. Welcome to the stream. Where were we? I watched a little bit of this one, and it was okay. That's how I feel about it, so I'll put it in the meh tier. I watched a bit and it was okay, so it goes higher than those. There you go. You got there. Don't know what these are. I haven't seen that one, even though I've heard some good things about it. I watched like the first episode of Zangatsu no Lion, and it's like anytime you give me like a angsty, depressed MC and make them the whole focus of the show, I immediately don't care. I'm like, he can stay depressed for all I care, because I've never seen it turn out interestingly.
Dragon Maid, I've only seen like a few clips, so I'm not gonna put it on there. It's cute. Not really my thing. Where's some things that I know? Oh, is that Kakegurui? Kakegurui is fun. Kakegurui probably goes like... is it gonna take over the B tier? Yeah, I think it does. Kakegurui is the kind of show that I don't take it seriously. Oh, I have seen Asobi Asobase. I think I've seen most of it. I don't know if I think I finished all of it. If it's only like 13 episodes or something, I think I probably watched all of it. It's pretty funny. Like, especially the reactions, the facial expressions. Those are pretty funny. I don't think it would make my S tier though, but it is pretty funny. Is this Tsurezure Children? Or is it something else? I think this is Tsurezure. Tsurezure is fun. It was cute. Wait, what is that one? Is that Kino no Tabi? No, I don't think it is. Tsurezure was fun. I haven't watched all of it, but I watched a good bit with my friend back in the day. Yeah, I think it's gonna go like... Well, no, I like it better than those. So maybe like here. Yeah. It's cute as far as rom-coms go. Not much I can say about it. It's kind of a simple concept. Yum, 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 yum. I watched a little bit of Made in Abyss. I didn't really get the appeal. But I guess maybe I just didn't watch it long enough. Maybe I'll put this on my list just to make people mad, because I know that a lot of people love this one. I'll put it on my list just to make people mad. Yep. At least with Dororo, I had some interest in watching more, and then I just didn't, but I had no interest in watching more Made in Abyss. After like the first 2 episodes, or 2 or 3 episodes. None of these are ringing a bell for me. Overlord, I've tried watching like the first 3 episodes about 5 times, and it's not interesting to me. Yeah, I think that's where it goes. Yeah. Of all of the things on this list, I think I have the least to say about Overlord. It just wasn't that interesting. I don't know. Like, yeah, most of the ones in C, I at least made it through like several episodes, and if I didn't continue, I at least thought there were some things that I could point out that I liked about it. But I can't even. I've tried watching Overlord so many times, and I still couldn't tell you like any of the characters' traits aside from like a base level. I think maybe I did finish it. Tsurezure Children. I thought that they made like a 2nd season or something. But if it was just those like... If it was just the 1 season, I maybe watched it. Maybe. I think we're going on to Hoseki no Kuni. I mean, Hoseki no Kuni, honestly, I don't have much against it. I think it sorta goes into sad sack hours a little bit, where it's just really depressing all the time, but I think it has a good... I think this is about where it goes. Yeah, it's got an interesting premise and some interesting characters. I would just have to see how it plays out, because like my roommate's super into it, so we've watched like the first 10 episodes or something together, but I just haven't really had an interest in watching anymore. Maybe I will eventually. Who knows? It's 1 season? I probably watched all of it. I don't remember. It wasn't particularly memorable, but it was pretty good. What is this? The bride something of the dude, of the magic dude. It was I've watched like the first 3 episodes, and it was like, I don't have anything against it. I just think it wasn't my thing.
Sorry, I know a lot of people like that one.
Oh well.
Yum, 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 yum. I think which, are we on this row? Pop Team Epic, once again, very hit or miss for me. I think it's gonna go like... Yeah, I think it'll go about there. I only like it for the memes. I've seen a few clips that I like, but most of them I didn't like. What else we got? Devilman Crybaby. It's gonna go like... Yeah, no, it's higher than that. Higher than that, probably. I don't like it very much, though, so I don't want to put it too high. But I did watch it all the way through, mostly just so I could understand what the hype was about. No, I didn't like it very much. No, I didn't like it very... No, it's going back down. It's going back down in D. Whoops. I didn't like it very much. I thought it had an interesting start, and then I didn't really understand any of the characters' motives, and I didn't like any of the characters, and then it also falls into sad sack hours, and yeah. I don't like it. Mob Psycho. Get up there, king. Get up there, king. It's probably gonna go like there. Yeah. Devilman not an S tier, gonna have to head out. No, don't leave, Nico. I mean, I'm not gonna change my placement of it. It's not very... I don't like it. I was about to say it's not very good, but I'm like, that's a good way to start fights. I just don't like it. Just personal taste, didn't like it. It's one of those things that I feel like people just nut over the animation, and then the plot is just sort of like, eh. And then they try to give it like a sad ending or whatever, but I'm like, I don't care about either of these characters, so this ending does nothing to me. I was a little sad when Miki died, but that's about it. Have I seen any of these? I don't even know where I left off. I think we were somewhere in this section. But I haven't seen like any of these. I've heard of some of them, but I've not really watched them. Oh no, I was thinking this was the other one. I thought this was the Butts anime, but no, this is just the regular volleyball one. Or no, it's about badminton, isn't it? I didn't like it very much. Here, I'll just put this on the list anyways. D tier. Like I said, I've perused most sports anime, and I'm very picky, and I don't like most of them. And the ones that I do like are not on this list, because they are not popular. Watakoi. Watakoi is pretty good. It's cute. It's relatable. Maybe higher than those. Yeah, I'd say it goes about there. It's cute. I feel like I tried one episode of Citrus and it wasn't good. So I didn't bother mentioning it because it's so forgettable. Okay. We're down here now. I think. No, we're further down. Further down. We're down like here. Bunny Girl Senpai! You know what? I'll give it a fair rating. I think I thought it was pretty interesting, but not enough that it kept me
around. But like I if somebody like begged me to watch this show, I would watch more of it. Yeah. It's in B. It's in there. It's solidly in there. Okay, we're almost to the end of this bit, and then I think most of these are just like opening 2 and stuff, because this is supposed to be an opening tier list, but whatever. If we were here actually rating openings, this would take all night. Death Note. Death Note goes pretty high on up. It was good for what it was. It's iconic. But I never really got like obsessed with it. So it's gonna go, I think, right there. No, it'll go higher than that. It'll go higher than Bimbo Gamiga. Probably higher than Nozaki. Higher than Toradora, maybe. I think it goes like here. Yeah. It goes in the section that's like iconic, but not one of my favorites. Yeah. That sounds about right. Oh, this looks like Asobi Asobase. Yeah, this will go pretty high up there. This will go probably like there, like a low A. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. Finish the show so my rating would be accurate. I choose no. I have better things to do with my time than watch shitty shows. Violet Evergarden. I've seen like the first episode. It's not really my thing, so I didn't watch anymore. I'll give it like a yeah, I haven't watched all of it, so just be aware that's my rating without having watched it. I know a lot of people like that one as well. I'm trying to give it a decently fair rating, given that I haven't watched all of it, and that it's not really my thing. Inuyasha. Oh wait, first cells working hatarak saibo. I don't remember. Cells at work. That's the word. It's pretty fun. Pretty educational. It doesn't do much in the ways of plot or character development, so it's gonna go like sort of here. Yeah. Inuyasha. Inuyasha's gonna be pretty high up here. Just by nature of it being very iconic and just a good watch. Just a good watch. Do I like it more than Death Note? I think it's a bit too long compared to, because like Death Note is sort of like succinct and like a completed unit, whereas like Inuyasha, there are parts of it that I really like, there are parts of it that sort of drags on, and I don't remember most of the stuff sort of in between major plot moments. So I think that's why it's not going to go quite as far. I watched Toradora is good. I don't know what you're talking about. Or at least I thought it was good when I was like 12. So for what that counts for, I thought it was good. Zombieland Saga is gonna go right here, right next to Devilman. It was just too slow. It's got an interesting concept, and I know that there are some scenes that people really like from it, but in the first episode, what happens is the girl dies, and then she wakes up as a zombie and is confused, and then is told that she's an idol.
And that's episode 1. Episode 2, the crazy dude is like, we're gonna do a concert. And then they get to the concert place and they discover that all of the girls can do a really slow headbang by breaking their necks. And that's the plot of the second episode. And I'm like, please something happen. Please anything happen. Like, it would have been interesting if literally anything happened at the concert. But aside from the fact that they can do all do a very slow headbang, nothing happened. So I gave up. Akame ga Kiru is garbage. I made it a few episodes in and it was just sad and depressing and not very good. Like, I don't know, some of the characters were kind of interesting. So I'll put it maybe above Devilman. But I didn't like it. So it stays in D. Like, at least most of the ones in C are things that I'm neutral about. D is I did not like it. D is I would not watch more. Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if this is the original or Brotherhood. It looks like just the original, but I'm gonna get I'm gonna get hated for this, but I like the original and Brotherhood, both equally. Well, they both have their good and their bad parts, but I like both. It's gonna go pretty high up here. By nature of it being so iconic. Yeah, I think it'll go about there. I think they could have done more with some of the characters, but overall it's solid. Even though there are some issues with both versions, but if we're considering, if this is, I'm just gonna call this, since I didn't see Full Metal Alchemist, the original on there, I'm gonna consider this both. And that's where the combined score of them is. The average score of them, I guess. How I feel about Full Metal Alchemist in general is represented by that. Promised Neverland. Again, if we're going based off of just the anime, then I'd say it'll go about here. If it were the manga, it would go probably somewhere in A, like mid-A. But if it's just the anime because they made weird, dumb changes that nobody likes, so that's where that goes. But otherwise, it's a really good concept, and especially the first season is really good. Really solid. Oh god, this show, the whatever quintuplets, I hate them. I hate this show with a passion. That's mostly just because I had hopes from what I'd heard from people who like it. And I hate every single character except like one of them because they're all assholes. And I know that the point of it is that they're gonna get better, but they all suck. Every single girl that is supposed to be a love interest sucks, and they're bad people, and I don't want to see anything about their lives anymore. And that's that. What do we have here? Kimetsu no Yaiba. It's gonna go somewhere right next to Jujutsu Kaisen. I think I like it a little more than Jujutsu Kaisen because I like the characters just a tad more, but I've seen the newer season, the one in what is it, Yoshiwara? The one about the geishas and stuff. Oh, wait, did my stream go down? It looked like my stream went down for a second. Oh, we're in the red. I must be really really crunchy for you guys. Oh, it went back down again. Oh. Whoa. Are we back? Are we back? Pip's taste is so bad the internet crashed. Wrong. My taste was so good that the internet couldn't handle it. Oh, looks like we're back in the green for now. I don't expect that to last long, so let's finish this up while we can. What did I just place? I just placed Kimetsu no Yaiba right next to Jujutsu Kaisen because it's, again, the plot takes off and keeps at such a high pace constantly, and I had high hopes for the newer season because the premise looked really interesting. I was hoping there would be, like some more, like, espionage, sneaking around, trying to figure out who the demon was without, making a big scene until the final battle. But instead what we got was the first 2 episodes were that, and then the remaining 10 episodes or so was one continuous battle, essentially. Yeah, and it nothing particularly interesting happened, and I didn't care about it after the second episode of fighting. You can only make so many emotional moments in a battle before it stops having any meaning, and it wasn't very good. And I didn't really care for the show before that, and I didn't care for the show much after that. And I think there's a few extra things down here. I guess they just sort of added in afterwards. So I guess I'll place these. Carnival. I liked it enough to buy it on DVD when I was 13. So, Carnival. I think it's gonna go somewhere about here, mid-A, because it was really good, but I felt they could do a little more with the characters, and they should do more of the anime. But that's about it. Oh, hush, Red. My taste is good. Okatsuki no Yona, I didn't like very much, even though I know a lot of people that like it, so I tried it, and I didn't like it very much, but I'm more on the neutral side of it, honestly. Yeah. It's just a very low neutral for me. It was just very meh. I watched the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes. Way back in the day. And I don't think I've seen any of the rest of the ones on this list. Although they are missing some of my favorite anime, especially sports anime, because they only put the bad ones on here. Akatsuki no Yona, that's one show you could be watching right now. Alright. Then good on ya. Yo, Tom Volt, hello, welcome to the stream. We're just about finished here, but I'm just gonna rant about the animes that are not included on this list that would go in my S tier. Those would be mostly just sports anime. It would be Big Wind Up, also known as Okiku Furikabute, which is a baseball anime, and everyone should watch it because it's good. Yomushi Pedal, which is a cycling, bike competitive racing anime. It's good. Ace of the Diamond, all the seasons of that. It's really good. And what else? Those are the big ones. Oh yeah, Kuroko no Basket's not on this list either. That would probably at least go mid-tier A for me. And neither is Haikyuu. Why did they put all the worst? They put all of the sports anime that I don't like on this list, and none of the ones that I do like. Which makes me seem like a fake sports anime fan. And I mean, obviously Utapri is not on here, and that would be pretty high for me, but that's just because of personal preference. I say as if this isn't all personal preference, but listen, even I can admit that Utapri's not very technically good, especially after the first season. But it makes me happy, so I like it. Let me move the screen. So the way that I cropped my screen, I want to make sure that people can see what's on my S tier. So yeah, there's my tier list. I'll just scroll down for you guys to see the rest of it. Yep. leave all your complaints in the comments. I will not respond to them. And I will downvote all of them because I'm correct. And I am God. So, all my opinions are fact. Yay! Yay! Tier list! So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll do more stuff sort of like this in the future. And I should really end the stream now because my internet is trying to cancel me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have a good evening, night, morning, or day, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!